the next segment, and that's going to be the DNA for people. The DNA for people, right? And this is a vital role in everything that we do, because no matter what business you do, you got to deal with people, right? All right. Since we're talking about more leads, better leads, stronger leads, we're going to see from Wade Fouts exactly how that fits into personality mastery. Wade is a family man. He lives here in DuPage County with his wife and his son, and he's worked for multi-million-dollar companies as a business coach. So let's welcome Wade. Come on up. People. That's what we're really here to talk about right now, is people. As someone who's been in the business arena with large companies, small companies, consulting firms, in teaching business at the collegiate level, what I see is a lot of things, but what it boils down to is business is about people, systems, and results. Now, when we do that, we boil it down like that, it puts a perspective on things. And what we're talking about in terms of personality masteries, which is really how you can really determine the DNA people. There are two questions that you guys have gone through in your own forms. One about shapes, where you order the shapes, the geo test. One is basically about what would cause you the most frustration. And notice that there are 4 different shapes and then 4 different things that cause frustration. Now, the thing about frustration is it can cause pain for someone, right? If things aren't quite working right. But what I want to really focus on here with you guys is the idea that personality masteries is also about being able to market to the right people using their language to the right personality, which is very powerful. How many of you would consider yourself? Well, let's do it this way. How many of you guys know what a driver personality is?
Oh, Mark.
Okay. Anybody have any ideas as far as what type of person would a driver personality? What kind of characteristics would they have?
Impatient.
Impatient.
Bossy.
Bossy. Right.
My way or the highway.
My way or the highway.
Want to get things done.
Absolutely. Time is money, right? Time's money. Bottom line. What are we here to do? I don't want excuses. Let's get it done. Right? A driver is someone who is focused on the bottom line. They're focused on results. They want to do it now. They want to get it done. They don't care. They don't care what your story is. Let's make it happen, right? That's what a driver is about. Now, if we were to market to a driver or sell to a driver, how would we want to do that? Anybody have any ideas?
Quick, go to the point. Get
Quick,
it done.
to the point. Yeah, excellent.
Show them the solution to the problem.
Sooner rather than later.
Right. They want to see bottom line. They want to see results. They don't want all the detail.
Emphasize speed.
Speed, excellent. Okay. Sometimes with certain companies, executives, you may have 2 minutes, if you're lucky, to be able to communicate what you need to communicate. If you don't connect with them in that 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes, whatever you're able to do, they're on to something else, right? So that's one thing about the driver. They have vision. They are someone who wants to get results. Now, what about the analytic? Anyone have any ideas? What's the analytic like?
Wants details.
Details.
A lot of information.
Information.
Accuracy.
Accuracy.
Slow to make a decision.
Now, when the driver's saying, we're taking that hill right now, even though there's armed guards in front of it, what's the analytic do?
Measuring.
It's saying, hey, wait a minute, wait, driver, I got you, but do we know how long it takes to get to the hill? How high is that hill? In fact, are we going to take out all of them at once, or do we just want to take out one of them, right? They're going to want to take some time. The driver wants it now. The analytics says, you know, we could probably do it right if we back up a minute and do this systematically, right? Logically. Sometimes they want to do it perfectly. Now, how does that affect things, right? If the driver wants it tomorrow or today. So the analytic is definitely someone who is going to be very systematic and want to go through, maybe have lists, focus on facts, being able to support what you're doing. So who can tell me, how would you sell to an analytic?
Give them a map.
Give them a map. Excellent.
Be patient with that one.
Patient.
Offer more information. Orderly information.
Group marketing.
Excellent. Anything else? An analytic is someone that you may be able to do a direct close with once they have the information. They can explain things to death. They can say, if you give them all these alternatives and you give them too much to look at, they're going to be really wanting to zero in, and you're going to have to reel them back. But when they get it, if it's logical, this makes sense to them, right? It makes sense. That's when it clicks. And obviously you want the analytic to feel like that what makes sense also makes sense for what the driver wants. That's a whole other thing. So analytic can be very powerful. A lot of reasoning behind what they do, can create systems, can be very powerful, and can even enlist a driver, right, to actually make it happen. Just like a driver knows what they want, might enlist an analytic, right? So that's analytic. Now, in terms of the amiable, now amiable, anybody have any thoughts on it? What would an amiable personality be like?
They want to know you care.
Know you care.
Kind.
Kind.
Loyalist.
Loyal.
They want to make everybody happy.
They may even be steadfast. They actually can be very tenacious. Now, tenacity can be a powerful thing, right? At the same time, what's the flip side of that, right? Our greatest strength can be our greatest weakness if it's misapplied. Those are things that the amiable can take longer to do things because they're really concerned as people. Focus on the people. They care. They don't want to step on toes, right?
How would you sell to an amiable?
Yeah, how would you sell to an amiable? Anybody have any ideas?
Friend them on Facebook.
Talk about relationships.
Excellent. Focus on relationships. Focus on people. Give them time, but you may need to help them make a decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they need to bring someone in, you might want to let them do it.
Build a relationship.
Focus on the relationship. Okay, so the amiable is someone that is obviously can be very effective in other things like facilitating. You got a great point, John. You know I'm with you. But this person has a great point too. Let's work together. Let's pull something together so that we're not fighting or that we're not getting each other's way. Okay. The next is expressive. Anybody have an idea what type of personality type?
Make it fun.
Fun?
Yeah.
Class clown.
What about someone who's also maybe persuasive
Mm-hmm.
because they're they're charming, they can connect. They're about people, but in a bigger way, in a more outgoing way than maybe the amiable, right? Where they can connect, and they can, by focusing on, they also, what about the energy level?
High energy level.
High energy. They want to do it now, just like driver,
Right.
but they may have a million ideas.
Right.
And like, what are you going to do? Right?
So how do you sell them?
Show them a squirrel.
Yeah.
Show them a squirrel.
Sell the fun.
The fun.
Sell the sizzle.
The fun.
Sell the sizzle.
Energy in your presentation. They want to connect. They want to say, hey, what if we could do this?
We're
Would
excited.
that be awesome or what? That's what we're talking about. So those are the basic 4 types. There are over 65,000 combinations of personality types when you go from first level down to 4 levels. When you combine the geo test and the test with the frustration, the pain quadrant test. Powerful, right?
Yeah.
But what if we had a system where we could market to the people that we know their personality? What if we could market specifically to the personality type in their language? Have a driver that makes sure it happens, and have a personality type that we can focus on in a system to have it work.
Great job.
Excellent. Thanks, Ray.
Great stuff, man.
Good.